I'm live. Well, well, well. So begun CD deep blog. Stream and oh right. Share, copy, close, and announcements. Announcements actually have a mic now. So I'm in Thief blog. Git commit -am git slip git commit -am start rendering markdown. So git push code.l so what are we gonna do today? Right, I did some path resolution. I don't know if this is pretty code, but it is code. It is code. Path resolution. Resolve get path. Actually, this path resolver thing. You are a function that takes a string and it should take a function. Return something else than a string, because returning a string as the path resolver does kind of not make sense. It should return why are you let's make you your own type. Pop type path result equals result or result path result and we'll like put it here as well and here as well. So what is a path result? Path result should be a I don't know. We have a path. We have a path resolver. Why are you render page? You should not be rendering the page. To string. Why is this brokey? Render page. You should not need render page, because rendering the page should happen in the thingamajig here. Who pinged me? Right, here saying render page, path resolver. Is not satisfied. From residual is implemented for result required for a report to be implemented from error. I'm gonna look at that in a sec. So we're saying response new full from bytes from render page. Path resolver. Get path resolver, rec method. The path resolver is returning. So really, we need rec.uri.query, because this path resolver, if we look at this, should really let's go to path resolver. Path result should be a function. Path. Let's rename this to path resolver result. should really return a function. So let's make a pub type. Pub type path page retriever equals function query colon option str, I suspect. Query is an option str, yes. Path retrieval result. And then we'll say pub type path retrieval result equals result string, and then we've got the error result. And this is not correct. Retrieval result. We have to type it correctly. So, path resolver result should just, this is just resolving a path. So, honestly, result of server response and result and error result pub struct server response result, because so you're gonna be a result path retriever page retriever. This should really be page retriever as well. Page retriever. So now you're yelling at me, which is fine. So get homepage, blog management, get blog post. Get homepage. I really should define these after my whole thingamajig here. Right, get home. This is just static. So a static root. How do we do that? I'm just gonna say get homepage. Underscore get homepage. And get homepage should return a page retrieval result. So page retrieval result is okay. Honestly, this should be not a result. This should just be a... It's fine. Page retrieval result. The success server response result, server response result. It shouldn't have to understand that. So it's just gonna be a not this one. Whoop. Honestly, I can do this as a result. So let's just So response result. Content that, and status code is up here, status code 200. Can't find struct or whatever, just like take it. So this should always give that. So why am I doing this? That's a good question. So for now, the blog management is just like hard coded, but later on, obviously, this will page retrieval result, server response result, content colon. Yep. Later on, this will do a database query. So in case the database query fails, I can like do ir, and then I'll say database failed. Return ir database failed. If the database fails, we can return an error and catch that outside, and otherwise we just like do this. Can't find page retrieval result. Okay. So this is a normal response. 404 not found to string whatever. I think you're really unhappy. Yeah. Resolve unknown path obviously has to be also have a server response result with content of this. We need to close it here, and we need to say status code equals 404 columns 404. Path resolver result has to be a bip. Okay. Could you format this? Oh, because this is like broken. Okay, that's fine. So how do we do this? How do we do? Okay. Good first step. And then we say, in this case, get home page, because this is a result server response result. Okay, and you get blog post resolver. And in blog management, we be like, hey, we need a pub fn get blog post resolver. It's the blog ID %string, and it returns a path resolver result. God, stop it. And then we'll say okay. Okay, and then get blog post. Right, this is query, get blog post, blog ID, query. And then blog ID is static, and then query is an option of ampersand string. So wish matched times. I'm gonna think for a sec. Path resolver result gives us a page retriever. A page retriever is a function query which returns a page retrieval result. Query. And it returns the page retrieval result. Huh. Yeah, this is like kinda not how it works. Wait, what? Closure? Variant are incorrect. Did I write it wrong? No. No. Path resolver result. Page retriever. Oh, you expect me to give you a page retriever? Yes. Page retriever is a function. I'm giving you a function. Oh. Blog post resolver. So, arguments are incorrect. The type constructed contains 4 ABC, function of a string, BC string, whatever. Result due to the tuple variant defined here. I think the issue is the blog ID, that's fine. That's probably like pretty okay. But I give you 2 things. I need to capture well, this won't work. I really try to not be too much into to be doing too much OOP. I really just need this type struct blog post resolver and it has its blog ID. Then I say trade. No, wait. Trade blog post howdy Holken. No, struct, and then I say trade log post resolver trade. That is probably really ugly, but that's fine. This gives us a page retrieval result, and then we'll say impl impl blog post resolver trade for blog post resolver get blog post. And now I can say blog let resolver equals blog post resolver blog id to string, and then okay resolver dot resolve. So you're yelling at me. Argument number 1, provide the argument. Expected 1 argument found 0. Okay. Query option str. No field resolve on type. Oh right. Then empath. Oh god. Then I think it was like colon. Then ampersand. Then log post retriever trade. Resolver trade. Consider borrowing here. Okay. No field resolve on type resolve query, and then we'll say q set take that. Function pointer for option a string, and resolve is it not taking option? Okay. Found closure. Arguments to this enum variant are incorrect. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. This is obviously like the same issue I had just before. No, I want to just like say resolve here. Okay, page retriever. Page retriever. No, that makes no sense. I'm so... But I don't want to call the method. I want to access the trade. Resolver. So I make a resolver, and I want to return trade resolve column page retriever. Resolve. How do you write trades? Rustbook trades. Oops, sorry. I didn't intend to do that. Traits, the Rust reference. Oh my god. Trait identifier, generic params. Oh my god. Example. Type. Method without default, method with default. Const resolve page retriever. Can't not find page retriever in the scope. So resolve resolve const resolve equals, and then you're probably gonna yell at me, hey, missing type for const, right? Const resolve page retriever, and you can't access self. Yeah, okay, that makes no sense, and I'm stupid for trying. Oops. Rust pass function of object to pass object function of Rust function as a parameter. Times 2. Do I just have to say ampersand here? Yes, you are supposed to take the value of the method. This is why I hate low-level languages. So result, page retriever. Page retriever is a function, query option, page retrieval result. This is a function, option, string, page retrieval result. Blog post resolver trait. Okay. But you're not going to explain to me how to do it with a trait, probably. Maybe it's just not possible, which is likely, because this is not like C#. I'm gonna make coffee. I think. I am thinking I'm gonna make coffee in a second. After I think about this for a sec. I'm gonna make coffee. Be right back. Hello, I'm back. Welcome to me suffering. It would be really helpful if I knew Rust. Knowing Rust when you program Rust is actually helpful. Did you know? I didn't. My mic is on. Yeah, good. Really unsure. Resolver.resolve. Really unsure how I do this. How do I do? Let's remove this. Get blog post. Blog ID. Query. Query. Get blog post. Blog ID. Query. And then you're gonna yell at me because closures can't take that. Do I have to like... Okay. Stupid idea. Shared. No, this is not a keyword. Is there like some sort of keyword that lets me pass fun things from fun things to fun things? No. I am 100% that I'm doing something wrong. I mean, the fact that this is yelling at me is an indicator that I'm doing something wrong. Query unwrap or. So, now you don't yell at me. Okay, how does this work? Can't because fn type if they do not capture any values. You know what? Let's just read that error. Hey, Madhav. Did not match the receive type. Okay, thank you. Closures. What's a closure? Start simple. Rust closure. What is a closure? Anonymous functions that capture their environment. Rust closures are anonymous functions that you can save in a variable or pass as an argument. I'm a developer AIML. No, I'm not a developer. I'm just a person who develops code for a living and on stream. Wait, that makes me a developer, right? Okay. Am I also a developer? Yes. You're developer AIML. I have no idea what a developer AIML is, but I'm sure that is very helpful to humanity. I have to kill a fly. Wait a second, please. Thank you. Sorry. Had to... we've got a fly problem. And, well, the fly is gonna be reborn as a very aggressive person. I thought you meant artificial intelligence and machine learning. I was just hoping it didn't. I think 2 streams ago, I had a nice chat. I can, let me just see whether I can find that. Home recordings. I had a chat about that? Let's just see. Yeah, okay, I rambled. I don't think AI and ML is particularly. I mean, if you're a developer of artificial intelligence and machine learning models, that's really cool. I think that's epic. But if you're developing using them, I think you're not learning, and learning is the point of life. As I'm demonstrating here. Mm, user prefy. Pref 1, user pref 2. And blue. Inventory, shirts. Give away user preference, shirt color. Most stocked. Yeah, that captures. Why are this? Didn't I just kill the fly? There's another one. There is another. Unlike functions, Clojure can capture values from the scope in which they're defined. Notation. I fear. Okay, let's fly. Jesus. Okay. No, don't fly away. I was about to murder you. This is a programming stream, I promise. Okay, so move. Move was the keyword. I was thinking of. Found Clojure. Only keep because if they do not capture any variables. Well, they happen to capture a variable. So what do I do now? Rust. Store variable. Clojure to function. God, I should really raise my microphone so I don't hit it constantly. Why does passing a closure to a function which accepts function pointers not work? Closure isn't a function. You can pass a function to a function expecting a closure, but there's no reason for the reverse to be true. If you want to be able to pass both closures, but prepare it for closures. Impl fun. Pass a closure, pass a function. Wrap impl fn. Maybe that's what I need. Instead of returning a function, I'm gonna return a impl fn. Expected comma. Hey, first, last. Welcome back. Oh, I had a thought. Let me just go into. If I press this button, okay, yeah, it works. I had a thought. So, you know how I told you about the shark? There's a shark on my screen. That's my hand. Yes, this is an awful webcam. Anyways, I have a shark on my screen. It's amazing. It is the most wonderful shark, and I love her. She's called Heidi, and she's amazing. Anyways, where was I? Then. Um. Uh. There are certain cases. Closure to a incursion, but it doesn't work for my use case. Pass closure. Closures, anonymous functions that pass, that capture variables. Okay. Pass. Pass it as an argument. Expensive closure. Yes. This technique is mostly useful when passing a closure to a new thread. I don't need to pass it to a new thread. Okay, that is really annoying. Unwrap else. Prefer to unwrap else. Most stocked. Some shirt color self most stocked. I unwrap or else. You probably want F. What is F? Where F, Fn once, T. So we've got the path resolver result, we've got the Fn, then Fn query. Okay, why are you yelling at me? Expected comma, expected type. Found a trade. Impl fan impl trade in type alias is unusable. Unstable C issue. Okay. For more information. That's fine. I'm just gonna remove the page retrieval type. Oh. What if I say done? Oh my god. Wait. You're not yelling at me anymore? Okay. I don't need that, thank you. Then we have a response result. Okay, so that should be fine. No, I need to call it. See you later. Get blog post resolver. The site from okay. No wait. No wait. Now. What are you yelling at? Missing lifetime specifier. Consider introducing a. Yeah, that's nice of you. Can you like do it for me? Ampersand a page retriever. No. Okay, why consider introducing a named lifetime parameter? Then you're saying missing lifetime specifier. Consider using a lifetime. Explain. Let's just try it. That is very, very much text. Especially for resolve get path and resolve unknown path, since path resolver page retriever will define for lifetime A, functions must also declare as lifetime. But I'm not. Okay. No. Found closure. What are you doing here? Expected then fn option string found closure. The type constructed contains closure to the type referenced. This argument influences the type of OK. I know. Thank you. Expected reference found closure. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, lifetime. Rust. Lifetime. And lifetimes. Validating references with lifetime elision. Static lifetime annotation syntax. That's probably exactly what I need. Okay, a reference with an explicit lifetime, a mutable reference with an explicit lifetime. Lifetime annotations don't change how long any of the references live. Rather, they describe the relationship of the lifetimes of multiple references to each other without affecting the lifetimes. Just as functions can accept any type and the signature specifies a generic type parameter, functions can accept references with any lifetime by specifying a generic lifetime parameter. Have a slightly unusual syntax, must start with an apostrophe, we place lifetime parameter annotations after the ampersand of a reference using a space. Here are some examples in function signatures. Using lifetime, we need to declare generic lifetime parameter inside the angled brackets. We want the signature to express a constraint. Remember, when we specify the lifetime parameter in this function signature, we're not changing the lifetimes of any of the values passed to a return. Rather, we're specifying the borrow checker should reject any values that don't adhere to these constraints. Not as long as function does need to know exactly how long x and y will live, only that on some scope that can be substituted for apostrophe a that will satisfy the signature. When annotating lifetimes in functions, the annotations go in the function's signature. I'm using Visual Studio Code. Before you say it, no, I'm not gonna use nvim. Here, I have nvim. It's installed. I can quit it, and then I'm happy. Sorry, it's like every stream someone asks if I can use nvim, and I find it funny. fm underscore. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. Yes, I have tried Vim. I don't like Vim. Simple as that. I'm just used to IDEs. You know what? Whatever. Let's just say nvim. Actually, let's do it in here. Let's split it and make it big. I have no idea how this is gonna work. Nvim. So, we need to go into. See, I like having a preview of what's broken. Source. So we were working on half resolution. And you have a lifetime. So, oops. How do I get the error that it's throwing? Someone know Vim? I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? I'm just gonna quit. I actually need a CD block. What am I doing? This stream is about trying to learn Rust. Essentially, I'm just trying to learn Rust. That's all I'm doing. In effect, I'm trying to make a blogging engine. So how do I explain this? Best by running it. So I'm just gonna save everything. I'm gonna say git stash. I'm gonna say cargo run v. Report. Oh my god. Git log graph all decorate. Start rendering Markdown. I should be here. Yeah, I should be here. Why are you brokey? Why brokey? Okay, why are you yelling at me? It's somewhere down here. Cargo check. Result string error result. Expected error result of because of this. Well, can convert the error to error result. The question mark operator implicitly performs a conversion. Why are you doing a render page? .toString. You shouldn't be doing render page anyways. So and then cmd run you're yelling at me because the trade error result not I'm just gonna say unwrap. I'm just gonna say unwrap. Oops. Unwrap. And I'm gonna be happy. Right. Someone's spamming hearts. That's very nice of you. Okay, dot unwrap. There we go. That was what I needed. Thank you, cargo run dash v. Yeah, but just scrolling. Good. So I've got a server here. Hello. Thank you. So this is how long do you stream? Mostly like an hour or two. So we're pretty much at halfway point, roughly. What am I doing? I'm trying to make a blogging platform. The idea is you have your website and you have like a blog, and the blog can have IDs or slugs, and that's the idea. That's what I'm doing, and I'm trying to. Oh my god. Okay. Git reset head hard git stash pop. I'm trying to understand. So cargo check. What's expected one of? Okay, from not found to string. Okay. Let's try this again. Expected named lifetime parameter. Consider introducing a named lifetime parameter. Page retriever A. Okay, let's try that. Where is my page retriever? Lifetime. You have a lifetime now. And you need a lifetime. And now everyone is yelling at me. Expected reference done for with a lifetime. Oh my god, no. I don't know what I'm doing. And that's always frustrating. Import. Then, oh my god. So why do I need the lifetime here? Missing lifetime specifies trace object. Like generic parameters or impletrate, the compiler does not know the concrete type that is being passed. Why can't I say impl? It's unstable. For more information. I'm thinking. Then I'm thinking I need a break. What? How? Match arms have incompatible types. Okay. Gas block resolver is a path resolver result. You are a closure for a path resolver result, but you should. Wait, what? No, you're not supposed to be okay. You should. Oh, you're a path resolver result, not a path retrieval result. Page retrieval result. Okay. God, I have too many types. Page retriever. So we return a result of page retriever. Page retriever is a function. I'm just doing stuff. I'm just writing things. I don't know what I'm doing. Can someone help me? Someone please help me. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my god, no. You know what? I'm just gonna try. Need to returning closure directly, but the expected type is a reference. Oh my god. What did he just do? Homepage retriever. Get homepage. Oh my god. Really? That's what I need to do? Okay. So, I'm just gonna say home page resolver. And I'm gonna make a function home page resolver with a lifetime. Get homepage. Okay. I I'm pretty certain that whatever ChatGPT or Copilot did here, returning a closure directly, but the expected type is a reference to a function closure with a specific lifetime. You need to define a concrete function or static closure and return a reference to it. Okay, let's just accept and see if it compiles. Yeah, I thought so. Found enum. Homepage. And you are yelling at me now because it's a temporary value and it doesn't have a lifetime. So I fear I have to make everyone have a lifetime here. I don't understand, which is the issue. That's the whole problem. I don't understand Rust. And not understanding Rust is kind of an issue when you are trying to program in Rust. So, why are you like yelling at me to have a lifetime? You want a lifetime? Because missing lifetime specifier. Named lifetime. Oops. Found a trait. And now we're back at square one where go away. We're back at square one where this is like, why is there a move? Where this is an issue. So I have a closure, and I can't coerce the closure to a query, to a function, because the closure takes a external parameter. I'm gonna be back in a minute. One moment, please. I need a break. Be right back. I'm glad you liked my transition. I did spend a lot of time working on that. It is sick. I have to admit. If I may say so myself, it is sick. I got a piece of cheese. Sorry for the munching noises. Big question. How? How do I do this? I do not know. I don't know. So this makes sense to me. Maya closures. You know what? I'm just gonna write that into code here. Actually. Why are closures and functions are different in Rust? Fn, fnmod, and fn_once. Terms and closures interaction with captured values how many times they can be called and whether they can modify the environment. Understanding this trait is crucial for mastering Rust code mechanisms, writing efficient, safe code. Fn, fnmod, and fn_once are three traits defined in Rust's standard library to describe this behavior of closures or any callable objects. Their primary difference lies in how they accept captured values and the ownership rules they are called when they are called. In the case that the closure can be called once. After being called, the closure itself is consumed and can no longer be used. I don't care. We can do that. fn_once. Inherits from fnmod and fnmod inherits from fn_once. So, call once, calling signatures, characters, fnmod, fn. How closures implement these traits? Rust compiler automatically determines which traits a closure implements based on how this uses captured values. Closure can capture values in three ways. By value, move the closure takes ownership of the value. By mutable reference, the closure captures the mutable reference of the value. By immutable reference, the closure captures an immutable reference to the value. Okay. Log management. Because I'm passing that. Maybe this is it. If they do not capture any variables. Okay, never mind. The implemented traits depends on how the captured value implements only moves the capture. Closure only reads the captured value. Okay. Closure implementing fn_once. But I don't think even if I say move here, the closure captures S by move, taking ownership of it and dropping it when it's called. Since S is moved, the closure can only be called once, making it implement only fn_once. I'm happy with it being moved. I don't care. I don't need it afterwards. Closures can only be cursed to have them fail. Yeah, okay. Freezes. I think FN is the correct thing here. Call once. Where FN. FF read blah 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 blah. Call FN where FN. I should really inline this because I don't use it anywhere else, and it's like just makes it more confusing. Page retrieval result. So I'm gonna move this up here. Page retrieval result. FN %, then, and you're saying, hey, consider introducing a name. Oh, and now everything is broken. Yeah. How do I pass Rustlang nightly book? Function pointers. Function pointers make sense to me. Do a named function. Wait. Pop trade. Pop resolve. Page retrieval trade. Page retrieval. Trade. God, what was my brain doing? Why was my brain thinking, hey, we should do that? Because we have a trade here. And we can say, but that only calls the static. But I can okay, I don't know what to do. I need a break. Like a longer break. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was interesting to someone, somewhere. And I will see you again. Probably not tomorrow, but sometime. I'll see ya. Bye!